All right, guys, I'm letting my dad drive my Model S for the first time. He's going to experience autopilot instead of from the passenger seat. I'm actually in the passenger seat. It's a little scarier being over here.
Yeah, are you scared?
So he's going to experience it. You want to get a feel of the pedal, when you let off on it, how hard it actually grabs. The faster you go, sometimes the harder it'll grab.
Yeah.
So there's really no coasting.
No coasting. So you're braking, just take your foot off the accelerator.
Correct.
Interesting. Oh, I see that.
It takes a little bit to get used to.
Yeah.
It takes about a day and a half.
A day and a half.
That little steering wheel, that means you can do autopilot.
Okay.
So now you can pull it twice towards you.
Right now?
Yeah. Yep. And then, actually it's going too slow. So then we go up with it and it'll go up to 5 miles an hour.
Okay.
That's kind of like the cruise control. Pulling it once will do cruise control. Pulling it twice will do the autopilot.
This is kind of scary.
It is a little scary at first.
So when can I put my order in?
Today.
Today. Using your number, I'm assuming.
Yeah, use my referral code.
Ooh, didn't like that.
Yeah, there's really no line here sometimes, so it's hard to see it. Now it's out of autopilot. One that ding.
Okay.
So now you have to steer. If you pull it back, there you go. So here it does really good on autopilot.
Okay,
You can start going up to speed and then just pull back on it. That's just cruise control, but you have to do it twice fast. There you go. Now it's going to be set to 50 miles an hour. It's going to do 5 over. Now if you move the wheel too much, it's out of autopilot now.
Okay.
See the blue light's not on the steering wheel?
Yep.
So it'll pull back twice. And then it's going to follow that truck.
Okay.
It's locked onto that truck.
Okay.
And actually you can see the car in front of that car.
Yeah. How does it know if I'm touching the wheel or not?
Well, it doesn't know you're lightly touching the wheel like that. When it'll tell you underneath the car that it wants you to touch the wheel, you just give it a little nudge, just a small nudge, or squeeze the wheel with your hand. It's touch sensitive. But if you just move it just a little bit, not a big jerk, it will know you're there. You can just rest your hand here as well, and it'll feel the resistance of your hand as so then you don't have to keep doing that.
Okay, now what's it going to do here?
It's probably going to follow this lane, and it'll be just fine going across here because it's tracked onto that car now.
Okay. This is weird.
Now that car moves out of the way, so it's probably going to try to speed up a little bit.
Okay, what about the light?
It'll stop for that car.
You want to bet?
It'll stop. It'll stop.
That's awesome. Now, you don't have to do anything?
You don't have to do a thing. And it'll go when that car goes.
I can see where it's going to take a day or so to trust it. That's the thing, is trusting. That's the trust issue.
There you go.
It's interesting.
Now it's set to, you see the max 65? Is 74.
Yeah.
The speed limit, it knows it's the speed limit 65, but it's tracking this car at 65 miles an hour, so it's not going to go obviously any faster than that car. If that car moves, it'll go. And right now there's no car there. You can actually put the turn signal on, and it will change lanes for you. And then it'll speed up to what the set speed limit is. But we have it set to 9 miles over.
So that's spooky. We'll go up one more and turn around.
Okay.
Since I'm getting used to this, is fun now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got a whole wheel. I'm not a passenger?
No, you're not a passenger.
I can get used to this. What's interesting is how it's pulling the wheel, even though I have my hands on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's steering, but it's weird. It's just
it senses your hand there, so that's why it's not asking you to move the wheel or touch the wheel.
What about cars coming in like this?
They're going to be over there. It's going to see those cars.
This guy comes over.
He'll slow down. The car will slow down unless he cuts right in front of you, and then it'll just jam on the brakes. But the lane's long enough.
What about the exit? How's it do with that?
find out. Since this is a different lane, it should take it. It should slow down with this new update. But I haven't tested that, so hover your foot over the brake.
Okay, so we just got this try it.
No, you don't have to put turn signal on because this is a single lane.
Okay.
It should. We'll see. Just hover over it and.
Nope, it didn't like it.
It didn't want to do it. All right.
For me, it would take probably a good week in order to trust it. You know, because it's not easy to trust it. Which I'm used to driving. You know, so
Yeah.
how long did it take you?
Halfway home from the dealership. Well, actually, it'll just follow that car.
Hope he's going to our house. I don't trust this right now.
Chicken.
Now, would it automatically stop
If you didn't see that car?
If I didn't see that car?
Yes.
Okay.
Depends on how fast you're going. It'll either stop completely or it'll minimize the accident.
But I kind of like driving this. It's just the feel of the car. Just Autopilot's fine, but it's a nice driving car. It really is.
Yeah. The first ones before Autopilot, they call those driver's editions.
Okay.
Because it's a great driving car. It's a fun car to drive.
It's comfortable.
But it's nice to not drive sometimes too.
I can see going a long trip.
Oh, rush hour traffic's easier than on 77.
To just keep.
Oh, you'll trust that right away. It's this kind of driving in town that it's not great at.
Okay.
So did you like it?
Yeah, I do.
Well, hopefully in a couple weeks you can drive my Model 3 too.
Okay. Let's see the difference. You said it's
If
up a
I
little
get to
higher?
drive it in a couple weeks, good grief, it's taken forever.